All-Star Squadron, the team that isn't allowed to have a three-letter abbreviation like JSA and JLA. This team is basically a combination of all of the Golden Age superheroes that DC had possession of in the 80s. As soon as FDR receives news about the attack on Pearl Harbor, he gets a hold of the JSA and has them put together a team. They essentially gather all of the superheroes they can find and become the All-Star Squadron. It's not too long into the run that much of the JSA resigns and decides to become regular soldiers on the front lines because they feel like that's where they need to be, and the B-listers take front and center. This story is at like its most fun and interesting when it's written kind of like a historical fiction where they have to write these superheroes around historical events to make sure that they happen or to give a different perspective on it. Like how the All-Star Squadron gets held up on going out to Pearl Harbor because Perdegaton is launching an attack on the California coast. Or how the most powerful superheroes in America can't go after Hitler because he controls this thing called the Spear of Destiny. This makes it so that whenever magic-based superheroes or Superman end up crossing into what is considered Axis-controlled territory, they flip sides until they leave Axis-controlled territory. We also get to see prejudice against Robot Man because he's not a human, and get to discuss what it means to be human, what makes someone human. This series also gives the origin of Earth X and the Freedom Fighters, essentially how the Quality Comics characters ended up on Earth X when they were originally on Earth 2. That's where all this takes place, by the way, is on Earth 2. And we even end up with a story around the Detroit race riots that addresses racism in America. And another story about how Firebrand learned to not be racist against Japanese people. And so that's All-Star Squadron. Basically a whole bunch of DC's Golden Age characters fighting in World War II, taking on Axis spies and other threats from supervillains. It's typically stars, more of like the B-listers from the Golden Age, or B and C listers. It's a really fun series to read.